Facebook.
Hey everybody, welcome. Welcome to the Raw Convo with the real Sherry Kondo here.
Real Sherry Kondo.
That's right.
To the gym.
And so good to see all of you here.
Welcome.
All right, excited to be together. Here we are, the first week of February. The first month is already gone of 2020.
Yep.
It is crazy. It is crazy. Yep.
1/3 of the first quarter.
Yeah.
Woo!
Ooh, that's a lot of fractions.
That was a lot of math.
That's a lot of math, a lot of numbers there. Woo!
That's why Jim was shocked. He's like, wait.
Yeah.
She couldn't possibly be right.
That's so good.
Math is not my strong suit, in case you were wondering.
Hey, make sure you go to YouTube, look up The Real Sherry Kondo, and subscribe, like this video, and then definitely subscribe to our channel. A lot of great material coming out and new resources, so make sure to hit that up. So appreciate all of you. All right, what are you drinking today?
Oh, okay. So I've got this green tea concoction.
Okay, green tea concoction. Tell us about it.
It's green tea with stevia, lemon, ginger, like actual ginger root, and cinnamon.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of cuts that craving for something sweet.
Okay.
After you eat lunch or whatever.
Cut some cravings.
Yeah. So I have a sweet tooth that doesn't stop.
Boost your metabolism a little bit.
Yep. The cinnamon is supposed to boost your metabolism, but what I drink it for is because like we just ate lunch and then the very next thing I want is something like chocolate chip cookie or whatever.
Hey,
anything
that sounds
sweet.
good right now.
So instead we'll have tea.
That's right.
Cheers.
And I got water. Ice water.
Water.
Gotta get my water intake going. So all right.
That's right.
There we go.
Because normally when you see us it's morning and we do coffee, but this is midday, so we're not doing coffee at the moment.
That's right. That's
anyway, thanks for joining us.
All right. Today we want to dive in, talk a little bit about a quote that we want to share with you. And tell us this quote.
So one of my favorite authors is Jen Sincero.
Hey Jen, what's going on?
Hashtag Jen Sincero.
That's right.
Anyway, so she says, the quote is, if you're serious about changing your life, you'll find a way. And if you're not, you'll find an excuse. That's
so good. So good. And I'm sure we've heard, many of you out there have heard that, something similar. It's a quote that, something similar to that direction, I'm sure, many times. And so, but it's a great quote.
It's a great quote.
Yeah.
So then this week, in review of last year, we did that in January, at the 1st of January.
Right.
And we were pretty open on our chatting that we had our very worst year in 2019.
2018.
I thought 2018 was the worst year, but no, we could beat it.
That's right.
We could do worse than that.
That's right.
And so
in our normal business, in our regular business.
Yeah, in our regular business is real estate.
Yes.
And so market has changed. For sure the market has changed. And there's no question about that. And so we were having our worst 2 years. And then
a couple days ago, I was just looking up some articles and just doing some reading and research, and it said that across the country and then in the DFW market,
where we live,
that's right,
specifically where we live,
statistically there were a couple of parts in the statistics that actually the DFW market had a couple of the best years that it has seen in some of those statistics, in the number of sales, in the percentage of sales over previous years, etc. And the market had literally sold more houses. There have been more houses sold in the area, and we had our worst years.
Yes. Yeah, so the most houses sold, percent over sale, all of that.
Something like that,
during those times.
That's right. That's right.
And so we bring to you now our vulnerability.
That's right.
And this quote meant something because the story we've been telling ourselves is that, the market changed.
Right. The market's different. It's more difficult. Things are changing and it's a little more volatile. There's pockets that are still good, but but most of the market is shifting a little bit, and so you got to adjust to that, and we have to adjust and whatever. So yeah,
we lied to ourselves.
Yeah,
that's basically what happened.
Right.
It doesn't change the outcome. It doesn't change that it was the best years, and we were not part of that.
Right.
But the way we justified that,
Yep.
the story we told ourselves, because the market had changed, and there were, there was a lot of conversation about, oh, it's not as good, and this and that, and things have slowed way down. But
statistically it hadn't.
Yeah.
And so it was our perspective, our excuses.
Yep.
Right? Because our perspective, creating our own excuses.
Yep.
Right? Is we believed it. We believed our own lies.
We believed our own lies. So this got me thinking about you, and what lies are you telling you that you're believing?
Right.
And we all do it. We all do this, and no matter what people say, other people are not going to call you out on your poop.
Right.
Fill in the blank, whatever word you want to use for poop. They're not going to call you out on
That's
it.
Right. That's right.
We even have title partners. We have lending partners. All of them, they've been busy, and no one's saying, "Sure, I know what you're talking about." The market's not bad. The market's amazing,
right.
And our title business is up, or this and that. So if you're telling yourself a story
right.
that you are committed to, that you are believing about why you're not moving to the next level, why you're not accomplishing the goals you set,
right.
why all of those things, if you're telling the story, people are going to let you own it.
That's right.
No one's going to call you out on it. Maybe your spouse, but then they're awfully close to the situation, and they don't want to rock the boat, as they say, right? They don't want to be the one in the doghouse for saying, yeah, I don't think that's true.
Right.
Maybe your sister. I feel like my sister. I have one sister that would say, that's a bunch of bull. Amy, if you're watching, it's you, not the other one.
Not Tammy.
Not Tammy. So, so very few people will really call you out on whether the story you're telling yourself is right or not.
That's right.
And here's the thing. People don't know if the story you're telling them is right or not.
That's right.
You know if the story you're telling is right or not. If the story you're telling is really just creating an excuse for your lack of advancement or not.
Right.
They don't know. People don't know your industry. They don't know your circumstance. They don't want to hurt your feelings. There's all kinds of things about it that they're just going to let you own whatever you said is true.
Yeah, and I think that's it. It's the perspective. It's the allowing it to create an excuse.
Yep.
Right.
Yes.
It's like, well, I'm not performing. It's not. Things are not happening the way I thought it would be, or I'm not leveling up. I'm not, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, whatever it is, and so because these circumstances or the things are the way they are, then I'm not able to, or I'm not doing that, or it's not happening, or whatever. And it really it's codependency of the excuse. The excuse is codependent of that perspective.
Yep.
Right? Those two work together.
Yeah.
And so not finding a way, because no matter the circumstances, there is always a way.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
No matter the circumstance, maybe the market's changing, so what? Statistically, it actually created a completely different market than what we thought how the market changed.
Yeah. And when you believe your own story, your own lie, your own excuse, it becomes self-fulfilling.
Yes.
So on one hand, we said, well, we're not making the money we did last year. We haven't had the sales we had last year. And then as we get further down the road, well, now we should probably be marketing different. We should be putting money into it, but now we don't have the money for it because we're not making the money that we made before. So now your story is true based on you couldn't market, you couldn't get new clients, because you believed the first part. The
Right.
second part becomes true.
Right.
So whatever your story is, and we'll stay with story because it really is just something you told yourself
Right.
that now you're living in. And so whatever story you told yourself or are currently telling yourself or fixing to tell yourself about your circumstance, just know that number one, other people aren't going to be like, that's not right.
That's right.
That's not right. You could get out of that. That's not even true. They're going to let you have whatever story you're telling.
Yeah.
And number two, it is totally up to you to change the vernacular
That's right.
of what's going on.
That's right.
To change where you are. Totally up to you.
Yeah. You're gonna find a way.
You can find a way.
You can find a way. There's always just say it with me. There is always
There's always
a way.
a way.
That's right.
There's always a way.
That's right. That's right.
So we, yes, had historically our very worst 2 years, 2018 and 2019. And because of that, 2020 has been really hard to get started because we were so far behind the 8 ball. But I just refuse to tell myself any other story than I can and I am and I will.
That's right.
And I'm doing that. And it has to look a little different than it did as we were ramping up our business back, when we very first started. We have had to go back and find out, really look at each other and say, what did we do in the beginning?
What was the basics?
What were the basics?
Gotta get back to basics, right?
And
I think we talked about that in the past.
Yep.
Here, right?
Yeah,
Getting back
several
to basics.
times.
Yep.
And some of those basics were some enthusiasm that we had
Right.
for our business. And then because it's gotten difficult and we weren't, money has changed, like everything changed for us based on what we let happen, then the enthusiasm dies. And in the very beginning of something, your enthusiasm is at its top.
Right.
Yeah, you love something the most the day you conceive it.
Give birth
you
to
give
it.
birth to
That's
it.
right. That's right.
And then there's rocky roads and
That's right.
there's ups and downs and there's days that you hate it and days you love it again. But at this stage, it's a little difficult to reignite the enthusiasm because it's been hard. That's just another story. That's just another story.
Right.
And
it's another
so
excuse.
it's another excuse. So I have to be honest with myself and look at where we were, where we are, where we're going, and then really listen to what I'm saying to myself about why I am where I am and how I can get out of where we are. And really, and this is something, side note, the way you get out of it is understanding why you want it.
Right.
If this isn't for me anymore, then I have to figure out what is for me. And it's okay. It is okay to say, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to go ahead and stop. But I have to have a backup. I have to have something to go to.
Right.
But if I want to do this, if real estate is where I want to stay, then I have to create some new enthusiasm and start telling a new story and a story of success and not excusing my failure.
That's right. That's right. Well, I recently a big coach guru, whatever. I was listening to their podcast and he was talking about it's okay to change your mind.
Yeah.
Right. But not because you are failing. It's not quitting. The idea is not quitting. Right. It's
Right.
okay to change your mind, but it's not okay to just quit.
Right.
And I think that's what you're getting to
Right.
just on that side note part.
Right.
So
Oh no, I just want to quit.
yeah.
Just kidding.
All right. So
Of course, you laugh at that too. Go ahead, laugh at yourself because you've said it.
right.
But yeah, there's
That's right.
days you just go, I'm done.
Right. That's
I'm
right.
done. But I have to weigh out. We've talked about this, weighing out the benefits and why I'm here and why we did what we did from almost 10 years ago and recreating. It's
Right.
just hard. It's just hard,
Yeah.
but you can do it. You'll
That's right.
find a way.
That's
I will
right.
find a way. You will find a way.
That's right.
I want to know about your story. It's okay. Tell me. I want to know where you're feeling success and where you're feeling failure.
Right.
How are you going to change it?
That's right.
You can do it.
So again, if you're serious about changing your life, you'll find a way.
Yes.
If not, you'll find an excuse. Again, thank you, Jens and Cheryl, for
Jens
that.
and Cheryl.
All right, everybody. Appreciate you. Thank you for
Thanks
joining
for
us.
joining
Hopefully
us.
this is helpful for you. Hopefully our vulnerability is helpful for you, and letting you know that you can find that way.
Yep.
And you can do what you need to do and level up and make changes and go forward. So be blessed. Make sure to hit
Thanks,
up
y'all.
YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Like our pages. Sure appreciate it. Be blessed.
Have a
and
great
see
day.
you next week.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.